G'day, welcome to Say It With Guitars. I'm your host, Pete Cornelius. Each episode, I'll be digging deep and getting to hang with some of Australia's finest guitar pickers, songwriters, producers, collectors, and makers. I look forward to bringing you these fun conversations, and I hope you enjoy Say It With Guitars.
G'day, friends. Welcome aboard. Hope winter is treating you well out there. It's been pretty fresh, but it's all part of the joy. Some beautiful days here in Tassie. I had a few fun weekends, folks. Played some of my favourite gigs, my favourite material at least. Did a Lucinda Williams show. We did 2 gigs around the state with my band and Teresa Dixon. And just last weekend I did a little house concert with a friend of mine, Susanna Coleman Brown. We played a bunch of Gillian Welsh and David Rawlings songs. So I've had some great experiences with some awesome songs the last few weeks. What's happening? I'm off to the Echuca Winter Blues Festival, folks, in a couple of weeks' time. So hopefully I can see some old friends, new friends. You know the drill. It's going to be great. And the next bunch of podcasts I'm going to release have been recorded at the Broadbeach Blues Festival in Queensland. While I was up there, I took my podcasting gear, had some great chats with some legends and up-and-comers and you name it. All sorts. So yeah, the next lot of interviews, folks, are going to be from the Broadbeach Blues Fest. And the first one to kick it off, folks, is Lecia Louise. She's got a new record coming out very soon, so stay tuned. All right. Before we crack into today's show, I'd love to shout out to our Season 4 sponsors, Tarrant Guitars and Top Shelf Guitars. The custom workshop of award-winning luthier Billy Tarrant on the northwest coast of Tasmania uses locally and internationally sourced solid tone woods to create a wide range of custom guitars, including acoustic, electric, lap steel guitars and specialty instruments, showcasing his passion for superior tone and structural integrity. Tassie's one-stop custom workshop for custom-made guitars, all guitar repairs and services. Check out tarrantguitars.net.au. Top Shelf Instruments specialises in used and vintage guitars, pedals and amps, shipping worldwide from Hobart, Tasmania, Australia. We love helping players land exceptional instruments for manageable dollars, and guitars from Japan hold a special place in our hearts. New old guitars hit the website almost daily, so head on over to the website for this week's weird and wonderful offerings, topshelfinstruments.com.au. All right, I'd like to welcome to today's podcast, Say It With Guitars, Lecia Louise. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. It's been a treat, this Broadbeach. I haven't left the island often enough, and it's a great opportunity to meet some people, see some new artists, and you're one of those new artists that I haven't seen live. Seen a few YouTube clips and the reels that pop up on the phone.
Yep.
But yeah, great to see the band in the flesh. I caught a couple of songs. Well, I arrived really late Thursday night, and I caught a couple of songs you were playing right there.
Oh yeah, right out your backyard.
So super convenient.
Yeah, it's a pretty good view from here actually.
Yeah, I could have thrown, actually if the window's open, I could have thrown something, but
next time.
I'd avoid, I better not do that.
Yeah, some tomatoes.
Yeah, some rotten tomatoes. How's things been? Like, how's the gigs? You've played a few shows here already this time. How's the festival treating you so far?
Yeah, it's great to be back playing here again. So yeah, like I said, had the band show Thursday evening. The crowd was great. I wasn't expecting such a large crowd for the first night, and there was a bit of threat of rain, but it didn't come. So that was my regular rhythm section, but a new guitar player on board, Christian O'Donnell, which was really fun. Last time I had an organ.
As a fun fact, I think he's from Tassie originally.
Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. I did learn that Thursday night.
I met a mate last night, Simon Russell, backstage, and he's like, "Oh, do you know Christian?" I was like, "I don't think I do. I think he left a bit before I was playing around." Anyway, sorry to interrupt that conversation, but I think he had...
you should go say hi to him.
Yeah.
We're playing again on Sunday.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's great. He's lovely. I'm new to having second guitar player again. So I've had a couple. I've had Rick Hollis too, who was great fun. I'm sort of just been trying it out. I had organ last time. So yeah, Mark Henneman on drums and Craig Kickbush on bass. And yesterday was a solo gig, but had various guests pop up. So Jules and Lisa from the Hussey Hicks popped up randomly. Beck Whitehead did a random rap. My Uncle Pete played some harmonica, and my friend Tony, wonderful singer. So it was really, really nice and made my gig more exciting.
Yeah.
Wasn't just on my own, which I don't mind, but I was having a few electrical issues as well.
Yeah.
But it was pretty fun.
Nice way to sort of get your mind out of that, because it can be a slippery slope once you start thinking about, oh shit, this is not going very well, like I've got this problem, or if you can interject some other element of, you know, a guest, say, getting on stage, that kind of would deter you from thinking about that downward spiral.
Yeah, when you mentioned the slippery slide, it's very true. You can easily go down that, and then you have to remember, no, you're here for the audience. Just pretend like you're having a great time, even if you're having a lot of trouble, and they probably don't even know.
Yeah. So tell me about you. So you're talking about the not having an extra guitar player regularly, or it's more of a newer thing.
Yeah.
What has brought that on? Like, is there songs that have entered your repertoire, or songs off albums that have parts that need to be represented live? Like, is that part of the, or is it just have an extra soloist, or not thinking about rhythm as much, or like what's the intent?
Yeah, I guess all of the above. A lot of the songs I've recorded do have second or third guitar parts with the studio recordings, so it's kind of nice to have that. But yeah, when we play as a three-piece, it is really fun, but there's a lot of extra load for me, being rhythm and lead vocal,
Singing,
and a lot of toe tapping with pedals and things like that. So yeah, I think all of the above, and I can just sort of rest my arms a bit more if I'm having any issues as well, with any arm pain. And just for fun. Definitely another soloist, because I get sick of hearing myself play.
I think it's inspiring too. If you hear someone on stage that does something, you think, shit, I really better up my game. Like, that was fantastic. You know, it puts me under a bit more pressure, but it also puts me at ease as well, I think. So it's this nice blend of, you know, pressure and ease.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Convenient package.
And, you know, there's this whole thing with other, you know, guitarists. It's like, we love each other, but we're like, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Back off. But it's like, oh, but I really love you, but back off.
Yeah, that's right.
No, so we had a pretty good relationship on stage, Christian and I thought.
Yeah.
For our first gig. But,
yeah. It was a cool mixture of material. Like, I heard a few covers, some originals came in as well. How do you go when you start thinking about, are you a set list? Like, do you have a pre-programmed idea of where you need to go and what songs to put in? And how do you prepare a set like that?
Yeah, there's the set on like a larger kind of a stage, I guess, like Victoria Park, and we have a set time of 1 hour. So I'm pretty set list there.
Yeah.
I'm still open to things changing. However, I'm pretty set listed there. There were still a few variations, but they were like some improv stuff, which I love anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas last night was, you know, relearning some songs, you know, an hour or two before it, after a Channel 10 interview and after an ABC interview, and reloading a different pedal board, and it's like, oh, okay, how do I play it? The solo is totally different. So then I just scribbled down songs I kind of know, and it's like, okay, maybe I could do that, maybe do that. That was pretty random.
Nice.
Which is fun too.
And how do you go about choosing covers for those events? Like, do you think, like, are you thinking about songs that you're really comfortable with or you can really relate to, or are you thinking of the audience perspective? Like, how do you think about that?
Yeah, for covers.
Yeah.
Well, I brought my 4-string up for this gig, and I haven't played it for a while. It's been in a friend's cupboard for a while, so I thought I'll pull out a different guitar for that set, and I only really know a few songs on it, and I've written a few on it. And then I remembered, I did a bit of a Led Zeppelin song on that. So
when you say 4-string, can you break that down a bit? Like, do you mean like a tenor guitar?
Yeah, tenor guitar. Yeah, I'm not used to playing like string guitars with less than 6 strings on it, so it feels like a foreign world to me. But,
yeah, totally. So it's like D, G, B, E sort of thing.
This one is, I think it's C, G, C, G. G, F, G, or is it G, C, G, C?
Okay, so it's like
Yeah.
1-5-1-5 sort of thing.
Yeah,
like
that
an
type
open
of
tune.
thing, yeah.
Right.
But when I first got my hands on it, it was a lot higher and different tuning. And
Okay.
the guy who made it and left it with me, and then COVID came, and Stu, he used to work for Maton, but he prefers to stay undercover.
Okay.
It's a Frankenstein. He saved it from the trash, and
Wow.
and it really resonated with me when I passed through and did some recording with him in Yukai about 5 years ago, just before COVID hit, on my way back home from an East Coast tour.
Yeah.
And he said, "Look, you take it." And then COVID came, and he said, "Oh, you're enjoying it. Just keep it." You know.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe one day I'll give it back, but I haven't seen him since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
So
that's
do you treat it like a slide instrument?
No,
Or-
I haven't played slide on it.
Right.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Yeah, no, just
Yeah.
openness, I suppose, like for making minors and majors would be a bit tricky, I suppose, but just with that. Well, you found a way around it?
I'm doing shapes and things like that, you know, like the two, on the same fret, string 2 and 4,
Yeah.
or 1 and 3, depending how you look at it on a 4th string. 12th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret. There's interesting sort of tones and frets. Like, I don't really know what chords I'm playing. I could figure it out if I had to.
Yeah, but when you're in a different tuning, you're just like, this is the fret,
this is it.
works with this 4 chord or whatever. And
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it. So I was Cashmere. I played Cashmere on it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that worked really well on that guitar.
Cool.
I thought. And then songs like While My Guitar, just stuff that maybe it's slightly more guitar lending. Or because it's a blues festival, I might do like a Cream song or it's a bit maybe Hendrix.
Yeah, some classics. Absolute classics.
Joe Walsh.
Joe Walsh. He's a guy who doesn't get as much credit as I think he deserves. Like he's such a personality. It comes out through his playing. It's so great. He's sloppy and loose at the same time. I mean, sloppy and tight at the same time. Sloppy and loose is the same thing.
I know what you mean. I knew what you meant. and it's just so effective. I think I stumbled across maybe a slide lesson from him on YouTube.
Yep.
It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
His sarcasm, but it was still quite educational.
Yeah. I think I first saw footage of him not in the Eagles, one of those Crossroads DVDs that came out.
Okay.
Just classic. Just gets up there and just has this persona that no one else could ever have. So it was great. Who else are you influenced by? Like, it sounds like you're influenced by a lot of the great sort of blues rock players from the heyday of the electric guitar. Who was the first kind of people to get you really excited about playing the instrument?
Oh yeah, well like you say, the heyday people, like you said, Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix. And my guitar teacher Mark Hope in Brisbane introduced me to a lot of stuff in high school. So George Benson and Santana and Chuck Berry and Dire Straits, and so he taught me to read to some degree. I was doing some jazz standards and then I went to uni and did popular music, and my reading went out the window. Okay. And then stuff later on, like Joshua Cunningham from The Waifs, really loved his style, and Michael Fix, had some lessons with him, and George Gola, had a week workshop with him. Andrew Claremont, I learned a lot from him, another week workshop. The list goes on. There's so many, and lately I'm really loving Blake Mills.
Yeah, Blake Mills, yeah.
Sometimes get his name mixed up with James Blake, who I used to love years ago. But Blake Mills.
And a great producer and just general amazing touch.
That's it, Then you got, Jeff Lang, who I just had mixed a couple of tracks, and who's an amazing player. And I was just down in Melbourne.
Did you record with him?
No, I haven't. I hope to one day. I nearly did, but I had parts on the track already. I'm like, oh well, I'll just keep those. Okay. I nearly ditched them, but and say, hey Jeff, can you? But we just mixed. But
okay, sure. What was the draw card of working with Jeff in that facility? I know that there's a few other mates, like a guy called Luke Watt, a friend of mine from Castlemaine. Just had a record
produced and recorded at Jeff's place and mixed, and
cool.
it sounds really great. And I think Jeff brings out a really good natural essence out of musicians. Like he doesn't overproduce things or overthink it, but he's also super creative. What was the draw card there for working with Jeff?
Yeah. Loved his work for a long time, and he's always been great with messaging me back with questions I have about guitars and slides and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. And then I'd heard he'd mixed Checkerboard Lounge album, I think, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then, we're talking again. Then I was in Melbourne and I went and watched his shows, and we talked about mixing last year, and I took a USB stick to his show in Brisbane with the session on it, and it never happened. And because I was in the same place and I was staying 20 minutes away, it's like, hey, do you still want to mix something? Or maybe he brought it up anyway. He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, how about Monday? He's like, yeah, great.
Cool.
So it's always better being somewhere physically.
Yeah.
It's quite far from Queensland. But yeah, and just watching him work in the studio was quite fascinating because he kind of mixes like a performance. Including outboard gear and pedals and in the box maybe a little bit, but not so much. But like pretty much how you described him earlier, all those things, those elements.
Excellent.
Not one man's got it all, as much as they say they do. They will tell you anything just to get to you. I've heard all those lines before, they've all been tried on me. Now as boy I know exactly what I need. I need a man who codes, I need a man who can fix my car, a man with money to burn, and a man who can rock me in his arms, and who can listen. I need a man.
So you had an early start. So was your guitar tutor kind of the main mentor? Like, did you get, were your parents were all into music, or is it more just like through school, through the guitar teacher, and then through uni that kind of got you onto playing, or did it? No, I didn't really have music at home. I kind of wish I did, but my grandma had an organ, and I was like grade 4, and I popped over there, stayed the weekend as you do, and she taught me a song on organ, and I guess I picked it up kind of quick, and she said that to my mum, oh, she's picked this up really quick. So, that year Santa brought me an old Casio keyboard and a keyboard book, so that was, thanks Santa, that was pretty cool. As for guitar, my older sister got a guitar for her, like a fake Les Paul when she was 16. She's older than me, and my stepdad knew about 3 or 4 songs on it, so he would teach us what he knew, and we'd just play that over and over, in the living room, and it was pretty fun. So that's pretty much it. Mum, she had a nylon string, and I used to take it down to the shed, sit on the hay bales. We had 10 acres in Greenbank after leaving WA, and didn't even know the frets were for putting your fingers on them, but the strings sounded nice open. Great.
So she didn't really play though, but
just had one and just dragged it along as part of the furniture.
Part of the furniture, that's right.
Ah, sweet. And how about you said you did a popular music thing at the university. How did that influence the guitar? Like, did it sort of open up different ways of using it creatively, or more of a technique approach, or?
Yeah, uni's, because I did a Bachelor of Popular Music, like you said, on the Gold Coast, which is an offshoot of the con, but I feel like I kind of was learning less on guitar there. But in saying that, I was playing in a lot of different groups. We did have a fortnightly group lesson with Paul Cheeseman.
Oh, yeah.
And that was fun, but, some students were all at different levels, and it got a bit repetitive. But I like Paul Cheeseman and what he had. He's really good. And
I've heard his name for a long time, a recording studio and stuff too, I think.
That's right.
Hearing his work on other guys' albums. A guy called Steve Lott from America I met once. I think he must have recorded a record with him or
Oh, okay.
something. I don't know.
I'll
Sorry.
have to pull that one out.
Yeah.
But yes,
oh,
you're
cool.
right. Yeah, he does have good producer ears from memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never worked with him in that way, but yeah.
And what happened after that time? Like you sort of honed your skills, like because to be honest, I you've sort of been on the scene recently. You've probably done lots of gigs and lots of hard yakka shows and whatnot. But I haven't really, seen your name on festival bills until the last like maybe 12 months or 2 years, something like that. So so what's been happening in that
before then?
Space beforehand? Yeah.
yeah, quite a lot. Yes, quite a lot. Where do I start? I've been around for a little while now. I sort of lose track of what chapter I'm up to. But yeah, after uni, I went and worked at a music shop for a few days a week, and I was teaching guitar.
Yep.
And just, I was doing original music, but I always started because of original music, but then fell into covers to, pay rent and get better at my instrument too.
Yep.
I guess, pay the bills, all that sort of thing. And it was a lot of fun. I did meet these girls. Tracy Basie, I met, she plays with the Hussey Hicks. So we're talking, let's say 2004. I was in my last year of uni doing my honours year. And I met these girls down at, where did Nirvana play in the 90s on the Gold Coast? That venue, anyway, it'll come back to me.
Yeah.
Near SeaWorld. And somehow I ended up jamming with them, these girls, and they're like, hey, let's keep in touch. Sometimes we play overseas, and then we're trying to get this overseas gig, and I said, I got to finish uni. And eventually a year later, 3 of us ended up playing in the United Arab Emirates with we were called the Hissy Fits, actually.
Okay.
Before the Hussey Hicks, but they were hanging around, and all, they're all good friends, and all sorts of shenanigans going on, and so then was cutting my teeth, 6 nights a week with this trio, which was a different world. And then after that we went to Abu Dhabi. Then our visas were not correct, and we had to leave quite quickly. Jules actually saved our butt on that one. I'll never forget that. So, legalities being in the United Arab Emirates, it's a different world. If you get arrested there, I think you could probably get stuck there for a while. Yeah. So, you can't touch. I don't think you can hold hands with people, or, it's just very different.
Wow.
So, it might be different now, but this is 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So was that meant to be like a long-term residency sort of situation?
Yeah, that next one was, I don't remember how long, but maybe like 3 or 6 months, and I think a month in. We did 3 months in Dubai.
Right.
We had, and the sheikh died in the middle, so we got some time off, unpaid time off, and we didn't know if we were going to come back to Australia or not, because apparently you're not meant to work for, 30 days or something if a sheikh dies.
Oh.
I can't remember the rules, but
right.
Somehow it was a bit scary for a moment there. Like, what are we going to do? We're earning no money. We're in Dubai. We had accommodation, so that was good. But,
okay.
And then Abu Dhabi. Then came back to Australia and, tried to do more original gigs. It was such a slog, and, I did an EP launch at the Zoo, which was pretty fun, which has since shut down.
I was going to say it's shut now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Great venue, but...
A lot of history in those walls, I reckon.
Yeah. You know it. So, recorded a few EPs and album, and...
Yep.
And then did a lot, then I just did every and any gig that I could.
Yep.
Markets, sometimes do 2 gigs in one day, maybe market in the morning, drive to the Sunshine Coast, do a club, and sometimes a festival, if I could get on. Took a while to get on to festivals.
Yeah.
I probably first applied for Blues on Broadbeach 20 years ago and first got on 4 years ago.
Okay.
So, that's the,
Yep.
Constantly getting rejected, we all do.
Yes.
But sometimes...
You can't take them to heart, because there's so many... we get so many submissions, emails, and it's like, we love everyone's music, and sorry, but it's a no. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, you know it. We know it well. Hey, it's like, yep. And it's quite time consuming doing those applications.
It really is, actually. By the time you got it post all your... I know it's probably easier than it used to be when you had to actually physically post CDs and DVDs or VHSs, or just like hard photos and, of what you do and how you do it. And
yeah, full on.
it was before... I remember doing that as a young teenager. Yeah, festival stuff.
Yeah, right.
Like you just like have like a package. Here's your promo kit, you know, in a big post bag, and
Yeah.
you're spending lots of money on post. I suppose you can claim it all back, but it's not the point. You got to have it to start with.
Yeah, it's still outward going money.
Yeah.
that you got to have.
Yep.
To
Yeah,
spend.
cool. And so you're still living here on the Gold Coast? Still call it home?
Oh, yeah, look, it's interesting. I don't feel like I'm a Gold Coaster, but yeah, I rent a room on the Gold Coast and I come and go a lot from here. I've lived many places in the last 15 years or so.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I did see some footage of some Melbourne shows. You hooked up. So is that kind of where you're at the moment? You just sort of travel around, pick up a band if you can from somewhere, and then take your songs to another city and pick up another band, or are you kind of like trying to use more of a cohesive unit, or like tell me about what touring looks like at the moment?
Yeah, I'm just doing, I guess, what I can, which is the first thing, and of course, money's the hardest, the biggest wall in front of most of us. I probably. Yeah, so I was just, like I said, just down in Melbourne, I used like the house band. I would have loved to have brought my band here from Queensland because we've done a lot of gigs together and we're pretty tight. But yeah, maybe one day I can do that. The furthest I've got to take them is to Agnes Waters, which was, I don't know, 6-hour drive maybe. And we made a weekend of it, so that was pretty cool. We could do like weekend tours. Melbourne, I played at Stingo's Blues and used the backline house band. Tim Burnham was on drums.
Tim's great.
Tim's great, yeah. I think Peter Boom Boom was on bass.
Great.
And
So I think I saw him up here this weekend.
Yes, I saw him yesterday. Yes.
Cool.
Sometimes I do get a backline band. So I've done that in Sydney before as well. Years ago when I went down, Tony Cheney had me on a show down there, and he said, right, you've got till, let's say, Friday to see if you can get a rhythm section, to see if we lock in the gig, to see if we put a poster out.
Okay.
So then it's like, right, Facebook, who do I know in Sydney? And so I managed to piece this band together in enough time to say yes to the gig, to get on the poster and then sort out what we're going to play. And the drummer and bass player had never played together, and Simon Cook was on drums, and he was cool. I think Stefano starts with the C on bass. Yeah. They were cool, but you could tell we hadn't played together.
Yeah.
We did our best, and I just pretended we all knew what was going on.
It's a challenge. I've been doing that for a long time. I'd love to have my band with me as well. That's the ultimate. If you can tour with your rehearsed unit, they can all sing harmonies, and you got this thing going on. It's great. But something about the element of surprise or the element of the unknown brings something else to the game, and it brings a different element to the songs.
True.
I really like it, and it brings you into their community as well. Like if you bring a band, say, to a city, you have to look for a hotel, and you're kind of like an outsider. Whereas if you sort of play with a few people from the area, you feel like you've got a little bit more of a foot in the door with the people on the ground.
I
kind of like that approach. And speaking of that, I saw Eli Paperboy Reed last night, and he was playing with the backup band called The Meltdown from Melbourne.
Okay.
This sort of soul funk kind of, Daptones sort of style band. And they'd met like hours before the gig.
Oh, okay. No rehearsal.
No rehearsal.
Oh, impressive.
And they were shitting bricks, I think, a bit. You could tell they were a bit wound up, but it just had this energy. You can't have that sometimes with a rehearsed band.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. I've got to go check out that band. I was just hearing about them this morning.
Yeah.
Can be a black magic lady, or broken out of the cage. 'Cause I'm a hot-blooded woman. I don't need just any man. I'm a hot-blooded woman. Well, keep up if you can. Well, can you feel the earthquake? It trembles like me. You better cool me down before I overheat.
Yeah, no, you're right. And especially if the backing band is a band together.
That's a big bonus.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It brings out different elements. So yeah, it's kind of like a learning thing. Like when I did go to Melbourne recently, I learnt a lot, and playing with different players and then I can bring that back, that new inspiration. I can bring that back to my band, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I was really looking forward to playing with them on Thursday. I was like, I missed you guys. I only just drove back from Melbourne last week, and it's the longest drive I've ever done by myself.
Yeah.
So I was really looking forward to playing with them.
Great. Yeah, something about the diversity that I think as an artist is important too. Like it's so easy to get into your comfort zone and it's safe sort of space. So it's nice to kind of push that challenge a bit as well, and sort of like go, all right, I'm a band leader again, or sort of breaking habits or breaking that comfort a bit. I think it's important. I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's like learning new tricks or new licks on the guitar, a new song or something. It's like that, but in a heavier
like
public space.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, we're pretty lucky we can mix and match like that. And maybe one day we'll get to have a little play.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We tried to line it up, but I think you had a delayed flight.
Flying is such a challenge. I would have loved to have, yeah.
How many guitars did you bring?
I bought 2.
Oh, yeah.
2 acoustics.
Yeah, this one looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's a ripper. Made by a
play
local
on that.
luthier. It's his 100th guitar. He said, I'll never sell 100.
Okay.
And then when he made it, he's like, shit, that's my 100th. And it's yours. He's like, I'm in this predicament. But I managed to persuade him to let me take it home.
Gave it to you and you gave a donation.
That's
so he
right.
didn't technically sell it, his 100th guitar. Off the books.
I'm actually getting another guitar commissioned through him at the moment. I found a beautiful old piece of King Billy pine that's probably like 500 or 600 years old.
Whoa.
Single piece. So it's going to be a single piece guitar.
Okay.
And we're close to putting a bit of paint on it. I spent probably 2 days in his workshop profiling the neck, which is great fun.
Okay.
I took in a few really nice necks that I like and went to town, shaving wood and getting sawdust on my shoes.
Got involved.
Yeah.
So you sort of make them a bit yourself too.
Well, I do. I have bought project guitars in the past, like bodies, necks, pickups, and just kind of like put them together. But this was like actually shaping timber. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
how
it's
cool.
so exciting.
How nice to be involved with making your own instrument.
Yeah.
I've never done that. I was sort of involved with making the floor of my van, but
Yeah, it's the same.
I wasn't doing it, but I felt like I was. So that's really cool that you've done that, and then you can play that beautiful instrument and be really connected with it, hey?
Yeah,
And,
that's can't wait. Spending that initial time on it and getting it to where I want it. Yeah, so cool.
So what neck profile are you going for?
I like chunky necks. I like that 50s Gibson profile.
Okay.
So I've got a Les Paul Special, the 2P90s.
Okay.
And that's got a 50s profile on it. I really like that. And I've got a Cudacaster that I put together as well with a big fat all parts sort of neck on it.
Oh.
So I took them both in and sort of found, I found a halfway point, I think, between the two.
Oh, cool.
I basically made the profile at the 1st or 2nd fret and then one at the 9th or 10th fret. And then you just take the middle out. You know what I mean? Like you sort of, it was, it was a great learning curve. It's fun.
Did you video it?
I videoed some.
Okay.
I'm really bad at that content creation part of the business. I often capture things when it's too late, or I've missed the moment, or don't actually want to do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some things.
Too busy doing it.
Some things don't need to be. I don't know. Thinking back, it would have been nice to document it.
Sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up. I made you feel bad about it.
No.
I should have done that, darn it. I feel like that all the time. Missed that moment.
That's one thing I was going to talk to you about today is the online thing that we all have to do. You seem pretty good at having content or just something to say or to spruik or like, is that something you plan on doing? Like, do you like sit down and go, okay, today's Facebook or Instagram day?
It's interesting you say that because I wonder if what happens if anyone sees it, or if what I'm saying, if they care about, or do I think about it? Not really. I try and do something most days. It's probably a slightly bad addiction that we've been taught to do. Like years ago, I'd be learning a lot about it, probably when it was newer, I guess. How do we use this machine? And chatting with other people who seem to know what they're doing. And then when COVID came, of course, had heaps of time to watch lots of tutorials. And, and everyone has a different opinion. Oh, you should be 7 posts a day or 3 posts a day. So I'm like, I was aiming to do that many posts a day. And I'm like, oh man, I can't keep this up. This is all I'm doing. So yeah, I guess if I think of it, or usually it's like, 3 in the morning, it's like, oh, I should have posted that. And then I'm probably awake between 3 and 5 anyway, so I'm not going to back to sleep, so I might as well post something, I guess, or sometimes.
Yeah.
So it probably could be better planned out. I'm not a very good business person, but it's just kind of mushed up in my brain with all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a balance, because obviously we'd love to be just spending time on our instrument or, doing something that actually benefits the song, whereas we're stuck to these little devices that may or may not help our career or our, who knows, it's one of those things. I've got this real love-hate relationship with it, absolutely. I try and I just try and be honest and natural about it, like the whole planning content stuff is just it just does me head in. But it's some people do it really well, and I think when I have a look at what your profiles and stuff, it seems it's not just like having this for breakfast, it's a bit more than that, so it's good.
Oh, okay, well that's good to know. Is it something you want to look at?
I don't think so. No, I don't want to invest any more time or energy into the.
Oh, you mean in your post? I meant my post, but that's
your
cool.
post.
But
right.
I understand.
Right,
No, that's cool. No, I totally. I hear what you're saying.
I don't know. I think a bit of back end is interesting in terms of
true.
What inspires a song or what inspires a tone, or what brought you to a particular point or a place or inspiration, stuff like that. And I really love when artists share other people's things as well. It's like, check out this new record that so and so did. It's great. Or things that aren't necessarily just constantly about what you do and what.
Yeah, true.
It's nice when you get that mutual kind of sharing stuff.
Yeah,
that's true. Really important.
That's true. Yeah, I do some of that. Could probably do more, but trying to share other people's gigs. It's pretty fun. Yeah. Because, we all have a different platform with different people, and I guess the people watching mine would be generally music players, maybe some that just like music. Yeah. It's good to know your audience, I guess. Sometimes I'm still discovering who's actually listening, but so someone is listening. Oh, that's weird. I feel like I'm just on my phone on my own doing something, and It's like, there's people out there.
Yeah, it's refreshing
It's a weird
to get
world.
a bit of
Weird
user
world.
input. Same with the podcast. I had no idea who or how people were listening, and so you can get into the back end of all that stuff and look at who's listening where and how often and stuff like that. And it's really, it's crazy. Like, people must be, like, I think podcasting as a form is really, that long form entertainment is just, people are into it.
Yeah.
It's not
Good
a quick
for a drive.
fix. It's like,
You're there with them.
Yeah.
A lot of people are lonely. I think there's a lot of lonely people, and
Yep.
a lot of people by themselves at night time. And
yep.
I put on a podcast, and
Yeah.
we feel like we're hanging out. So I kind of feel like I know you a little bit because I have been listening to your podcast since August last year, and
Yeah.
it was really great because I was just saying before I was trying to get over an injury at that time, and had my both arms strapped up in what do you call them, stints? I can't remember. Yeah, where you can't bend your wrist.
Right.
And so, I was strapped in for a few weeks and listening to a lot of podcasts. And so yours were, pretty cool. Which is a funny place. It's a bit of a predicament when you can't actually play an instrument that you love due to injury, which is very painful.
Yeah.
And you're listening to someone talk about guitars. It's sort of like, that's
Teasing
challenging
you.
itself.
Yeah, it's like, here's this thing that you can't
That's right.
even interact with yet.
You
But
can't do this.
soon.
Yeah.
You'll have all these ideas and
You just got to think of hope. You've got to say, you'll get through this. And then you might be able to do something different.
yeah. No, look, it's been an honour. It's been really great to chat with so many, not only friends, but I've created new bonds with people, and but it's not about me either. Like, I'm not doing this for any sort of like self-gratitude. It's all about.
Yeah,
I think
you can
sharing
tell.
people's stories. The older I get, the more I want to hear about things that make people tick and like what inspires them and stories and things like that. And it's been great. I've learned so much about the instrument, about people, about it's been so good. So yeah, thanks for putting your hand up today and
thanks for asking me.
jumping on board.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to chat with you, and I've enjoyed what you've had to say
Cool.
over the podcasts and your album, and
Excellent.
yeah.
And so tell me what's up in the future. What's planned? How can people? Obviously, the socials. People can jump on the socials and check it out. But
Yep.
what's in the pipes?
Well, I've been working on this album for quite a while. I started it in Nashville before COVID, and not that I was aiming for a country album, but just for something different to do. And then brought the sessions back here to Australia, and have been working on it since then, and have released singles as I've been working on it at an EP. And then I've just been holding off putting some stuff out. It's just sitting there in my computer ready. I've just got one more mix to do. The mastering. I put together a crowdfund, which is the first time I've ever done it.
Okay.
I've been thinking of doing it for years because, like you. And
What made you commit to it? Because I know I've thought about it too. I was like, oh no, I can't commit to that. But like, what was the thing that made you like go, no, I'm going to do it?
to do it, yeah. Because so was that a thought? It's been a thought in your brain for a while. Yeah, that was the same. I was getting some coaching actually. My sister was getting her hours up for coaching, and I had 5 coaching sessions or 6 or something.
Okay.
And some of the sessions are a bit clunky because we're sisters as well, but we tried to have a professional thing. But the last session, because she's like, well, what do you want to achieve? And I'm like, I want this and this and this and this. So, okay, hold on a minute. All right. Every one of those things is going to take a long time. So the final session was when, all right, I know, crowdfund, that's what I'm going to do. And then I kind of knew, and then, I got the notepad out and was that, what do I have to do? So then I was looking at GoFundMe. I knew I wanted GoFundMe because you can get the money even if you don't reach the thing, if you don't reach the amount.
Yep.
Because I'd heard someone else had done that 5-10 years ago, whatever. And so I looked at all the videos on there. I probably spent about 3 days researching, and I was house sitting at the time in this beautiful house up in Toowoomba. So I sort of had the space to do it. I was by myself, and it was a good distraction from things going on. And so and then when I'd committed to that, then when I came back down the mountain, I think it took maybe 2 days to script out what I was going to say. Did a couple of practice runs on the phone, you have to look at yourself and go, oh, you look terrible, but oh well, it's we should be pretty harsh. And then the next day I was like, okay, put the light on and put a bit of eyeliner on and to try and, I think I had notes and tried to remember because I don't have a ready thingy.
Yep.
And then, spoken to the thing and started the thing and sent it out to my email list and
great.
And
how did how was your expectations versus the result? Like how does all that balance out? Have you had a really good response from people, or has it been a bit of a struggle? Or
I think it was a quick response. The first week or two, maybe first week was a really good response, and because of people like some people that I know that know me and they like maybe gave a good donation. Like someone donated $500 and I'm like, whoa, man, can you afford that? It's like, I know you. He's like, look, no, I'm going to do it. And we play together. I don't know if I should say who it is or not, but we play together sometimes. And he said, maybe that'll help give people an idea of what sort of amount they can put in. But I didn't get another $500 input. And another family member, but then some people I don't know as well. So the first week or two was great, and then it sort of slowed down. Yeah. And my sister was like, all right, you got to try and get in, media and stuff like that. And that's where I was like, I don't know how to cross that barrier. So now and then I'll mention it, at a gig, but it's still on. I was trying to get the amount by the end of summer, which was for, a few months ago. I got close. I think I'm about $800 short.
Amazing.
And so, I'm extremely grateful because I got to then finish tracking some of the songs which I was thinking I might have to throw away. Because it's like, I can't afford that. It's a filler. It's a filler for an album. I can't afford that. I've just spent this money, and we've got film clips and singles, and I just paid, publicist for a month for a single a few months ago, which was worth it. Obviously I haven't made the money back, but it made it to number 2 in the AMRAP regional charts, and she got it on a lot of radio. And I couldn't do that on my own. So, and finally, connected with the right publicist, thanks to Jen Myers. Thank you for connecting me. So Beck Gracie was an amazing publicist, and Stuart keeps giving great feedback over the years, and I've met some other publicists that I hope to work with too. And it's just a never-ending money pit, which I've heard other people say. I know our lives look amazing and fun online. I'm off to a gig. Come see me in an hour. But meanwhile, it's like, I'm so tired. I haven't slept. How am I going to? Am I going to be able to afford this week? My car. Just took it to the records the other day. Got another car. You know the drill. You got kids too, so
it's ongoing. It never ends.
It's like, why am I still doing this? But still doing it.
Because we love it. We that small bit of satisfaction we get from either being on a stage for a little point of time, or in the studio, or just writing a song, or just being that creative person. It's such a buzz and such a healthy thing to do, I think. And all the other stuff, it's work. That's the work. That's what you get paid for, I think. I'll do the gig for free. But you're paying for me to travel and to all the other crap you got to do
to maintain your guitars and practice and
all that stuff.
Gotcha.
It's such a I know it looks amazing through the lens of the camera, but it's a drag at times. But a occasionally it works out. You get to sit on the 10th floor and look at the beach.
That's right. It's really smooth out there. The waves are looking quite smooth.
Quite glassy, yeah. It was a bit roughy yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So
have you been in there yet, in the beach?
No. I probably should. I surf when I'm at home.
Oh, cool.
But something
cold?
It's freezing. It's great. It's invigorating. But something about surfing up here, just I don't know. Like obviously the wave quality is amazing down at Kira and Silverbank and all that. But I know it's for me. It takes the joy out of it a bit. Like I like to be, in a crowd of maybe 1 or 2 or 3 people and. Not have to fight for waves
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So down in Tasmania, you don't have to fight.
No,
for your
waves.
It's
you in the ocean. Maybe some sharks, but you don't think about it.
Yes, right. Yeah, I did surf for a little bit when I was younger. We had a Malibu. We made one with my stepdad.
Awesome.
Someone stole it eventually. Yeah, but I'd always try and lift my feet out of the water.
Yeah.
Don't know what's down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a lovely feeling though. Probably a bit like performing.
Yeah, that's kind of how I relate it. It's that flow state.
Yeah.
You're kind of in this, nothing else matters. I'm here. I'm not thinking about, doing my tax. I'm not thinking about doing laundry or getting my car registered. You're in the moment. You're in that kind of flowy flux kind of state where I don't know, you've got adrenaline or you've got this other thing occupying your mental state. It's so great.
Yeah. I should get back out there. I've got a bodyboard somewhere.
Yeah, and there's no screens.
No screens, yeah, screens are so bad. Oh gosh, don't know about your eyes, but my eyes, not so good.
Yeah. So, what else is happening? You've got a few more shows over the weekend?
Yes, so playing with the band again on Sunday. Hopefully some guests popping in. Stefan said he would probably pop in.
Cool.
Kathleen, her gig's on shortly, Kathleen Hannaran.
Yeah.
So she just invited me up. We haven't met in person yet. So yeah, I've been enjoying watching her career. It's really good to see. And we could have a little play.
Great.
Our band, we play again in June. I'm hoping to get back down south later in the year again, like Melbourne, maybe Tassie way. I need to finish the album. It's people say, when's it going to be finished? You just can't really answer that question.
Unless you say, this is my launch date, and work backwards from that and give yourself that's kind of how I like to operate, is just give myself some pressure and a date to work to or from. Yeah. Otherwise it's just it's tweak.
That's right. And then you go, how do you release it? It's like, it'd be nice to do some pre-sales so people aren't just going to stream it, you want them to actually buy it.
Yeah. And then it's good for the charts if you can pre-sale it and give all your pre-sales to ARIA.
The digital pre-sales or physical?
Physical.
Yeah.
So if you get people to... I'm not sure how the digital thing works. It probably lines up as well. I think it just depends on your distributor. But I was lucky I got debuted at number 1 on the ARIAs when my new record came out. I think I was only from pre-sales and...
Wow.
So it feels good. I don't know if it really relates to much, but...
Yeah, I must have missed that.
For a week it's like,
that's great.
Give me castle.
That's great, yeah, and it's in your bio forever.
Yeah.
So maybe more festivals will put you on.
That's the plan, but who knows? You can only do what you can do and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We all sort of share our knowledge with each other as well, and things like this is really helpful because it's a very fluid industry. It's constantly changing.
Constantly.
And there's so many ways to do it.
Yeah.
Which does my head in. And everyone's...
Yeah. End of the day, there's music. That's the main game.
Yeah, that's
Playing some fun tunes.
Yeah, you know it.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for the chat, Lecia, and all the best for the gigs and the new record.
Thank you.
And hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me. It's been real fun.
Cool.
Thanks for listening, folks, to another episode of Say It With Guitars. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the podcast, share it around to your mates, leave a good review. and hopefully we'll see you next time.